California is on fire. Fueled by powerful winds and dry conditions, a series of ferocious wildfires erupted last week and roared across the Los Angeles area, unaliving at least 27 people, including some who passed away trying to prevent the fires from engulfing their homes and destroying thousands of structures. A Los Angeles County fire official said an untold number of significant injuries were linked to two of the fires, and a city official in Los Angeles described the night of January 7th as one of the most devastating and terrifying that she had seen in her corner of the city. Where are the fires? The Palisades Fire. The Palisades Fire erupted the morning of January 7th in Pacific Palisades, a Los Angeles neighborhood east of Malibu, as a brush fire. The blaze, which had grown to 23,713 acres, was 43% contained by Saturday afternoon, according to the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, known as CAL FIRE. CAL FIRE said the fire likely damaged or destroyed 5,316 structures. The Eaton Fire. The Eaton Fire ignited just hours after the Palisades Fire near a canyon in the sprawling National Forest lands north of downtown Los Angeles. It had exploded to 14,117 acres and was 73% contained by Saturday afternoon, according to CAL FIRE. The agency said more than 7,800 structures were likely damaged or destroyed in the blaze. As firefighters were battling the largest blazes, additional fires broke out in the Los Angeles area. Crews were able to stop the forward spread and contain the blazes. As of Friday night, the Lydia, Archer, Woodley, Sunset, Kenneth, Hearst, and Otto fires were 100% contained and no longer considered active, according to CAL FIRE. Between them, the fires scorched 2,399 acres. As of Thursday afternoon, at least 27 people had lost their lives in the fires, according to Los Angeles County officials. The county medical examiner's office is still investigating many of the unalived. The department noted that it cannot confirm human remains until it processes them at its facility. At least 17 of the lives lost were in the Eaton Fire and 10 in the Palisades Fire, according to the medical examiner's office. The medical examiner's office said it could take weeks to confirm the identities of those who have lost their lives. Officials have warned that the number of deceased will most likely rise. Los Angeles County Fire Chief Anthony Maroney said a significant number of people who did not heed evacuation orders have been injured in the Palisades Fire. He also said there have been significant injuries in the Eaton Fire. At one point, there were close to 200,000 people under evacuation orders as crews tried to battle back the fires. By Tuesday morning, the number had dwindled to around 88,000, with another 84,800 in evacuation warning zones throughout Los Angeles County. On Thursday, officials announced limited repopulation for some areas evacuated amid the Palisades and Eaton fires. The fires have destroyed entire neighborhoods and blocks, leaving an unknown number of people without homes. How much damage have the fires done? The insured losses from last week's fires may exceed $20 billion, and total economic losses could reach $50 billion, according to estimates published by J.P. Morgan on Thursday. Those losses would far exceed the $12.5 billion in insured damages from the 2018 Camp Fire, which until now was the costliest blaze in the country's history. The official cause of the fires has not been determined. The combination of drought-like conditions Southern California has had less than 10% of average rainfall since October 1st, and powerful offshore winds that hit the region last week prompted fire weather that was, in the words of the National Weather Service, about as bad as it gets. The agency issued a red flag warning indicating an increased risk for fire danger to 19 million people. Wind gusts topping 70 miles per hour were recorded at several locations across the region, Climate scientist Daniel Swain pointed to the weather whiplash California has experienced in recent years, lurching between drought and heavy rainfall. It's not just that drier conditions are perpetually more likely in a warming climate, he said. It's that this oscillation back and forth between states is something that is particularly consequential for wildfire risk in Southern California. Are arsonists responsible for the Los Angeles wildfires? The key to identifying the cause of the still raging Palisades fire lies on a brush-covered hilltop where the blaze broke out just after 10:30 in the morning on Tuesday. Fire investigators are still working to determine what sparked the inferno, but experts say it's easy to rule out one common cause of wildfires: lightning. The region was free of stormy weather this week. The area near the Temescal Ridge Trail also appears to be free of power lines or transformers, which rules out another potential cause. That leaves the source of most wildfires: people. But was it a result of arson? 4 experts interviewed by NBC News said it was a possibility, but they thought the fires were more likely not set on purpose. This is what we call inaccessible, rugged terrain, said Rick Crawford, former battalion chief for the Los Angeles Fire Department. Arsonists usually aren't going to go 500 feet off a trailhead through trees and brush, set a fire, and then run away. Fires break out in the wooded areas on the edges of Los Angeles all the time, many of them caused unintentionally by homeless people. The fires almost never grow into a destructive blaze due to the lack of high winds. The combination of ferocious winds and a parched landscape created ideal conditions for the fast-moving fires that have consumed large swaths of Los Angeles last week. You don't need a gang of arsonists to go out there and be starting fires because nature is taking care of that for you, said Scott Fisher, a retired federal law enforcement arson investigator. There are arsonists out there, he added. But are there a band of arsonists running around Los Angeles right now? Not likely. Copycat arson is a known phenomenon, however. The expert said they wouldn't be surprised if one of the smaller fires that broke out after the Palisades blaze was intentionally set. When you get a large fire event like this being experienced in Los Angeles, you sometimes trigger people to go out and light a fire, said Terry Taylor, a retired wildland fire investigator who now works as an instructor. It's a copycat thing. It happens from time to time. Taylor and the other experts said it's unlikely those answers will come anytime soon, as determining arson tends to require a lengthy investigation. While investigators work to find out what caused multiple wildfires in the Los Angeles area, some conspiracies about the fire's origins have spread on social media platforms. Posts about baseless theories ranging from celebrity involvement to secret government weapons have racked up millions of views. Despite fact-checking efforts, researchers say conspiracies of this kind regularly emerge after large wildfires. I think that the more emotionally overwhelming it is, the more likely we are to just see high volumes of conspiracy theories to cope and make people feel like they have control, said misinformation researcher Abby Richards. Land grab conspiracy. Another claim shared on social media suggests the Southern California wildfires were started to clear land so officials could make way for what are called smart cities, and the high-speed railway proposal aligned with United Nations goals. The UN's agenda to cut global emissions includes making cities more sustainable, and the Los Angeles area's Smart LA 2028 initiative suggests renovating the city's transportation systems, among other technological changes, to make the city greener, but the plan does not involve mass demolition or rebuilding. This conspiracy also gained traction after the wildfires in Maui, when a video of Hawaii's governor was clipped, taken out of context, and shared to bolster the claim the state was aiming to create a smart city on scorched land. Celebrity crime cover-up conspiracy. Some posts that reached millions of people on TikTok claim the wildfires were sparked to destroy evidence in the trafficking case against Sean Diddy Combs. claiming his mansion was consumed in flames. In reality, Combs' mansion remains intact and outside the evacuation zone as of January 16. His home was raided in March by federal agents who seized evidence on the property, and People reported the home was listed for sale in September. There are also claims about celebrity homes also spread after the Maui wildfire, with some users sharing claims that Oprah Winfrey helped start those fires. Directed energy weapons conspiracy. Social media videos have fueled claims that directed energy weapons, often referred to as DEWs, ignited the flames. The conspiracy theory suggests that governments or secret organizations use lasers or microwave systems to ignite fires. While the U.S. has developed and tested DEWs for military applications such as disabling enemy drones or missiles, there is no credible evidence of DEWs being employed in civilian settings, including for igniting wildfires. The DEW theory also surfaced during the California wildfires of 2018, with Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene claiming in a now-deleted social media post the fires could be caused by lasers from space. And online users spread the conspiracy during other disasters, including the Canadian and Maui fires in 2023 and the Texas Smokehouse Creek wildfire in 2024. Drone and mystery fog conspiracy. Other theories claim that the area had hundreds of drone sightings that were followed by a mysterious fog that smelled like chemicals that made people feel sick. Then, only a few days later, the fires started. Could the drones and the mysterious chemical fog be attributed to the fires?